all, I would like to thank everyone for coming. This was a huge surprise. And thank you all so much for all the gifts. I love every single one of them. Sean, I would like to thank you for putting all of this together and for pulling it off, because I know how hard it is for you to keep a surprise a secret. And even though that you always told me that when I turned 30 you'd be laughing because you'd still be in your 20s, I still love you. 30 isn't so bad after all. I have to say, these past 30 years have been pretty amazing. I really can't complain. I remember growing up and how stress-free and fun it was to be a kid. Play all day and watch cartoons. And no bills. That's the good life. I don't know why this sticks out in my mind, but I remember going sledding with my brother Mitch. I must have been about 9 or 10, and him 5 or 6. We went sledding on a hill we had on the side of our house. We were out there for hours, having a great time. We came inside and got some hot chocolate and ate mini powdered sugar donuts as we watched Rugrats. I also remember playing Barbies with my sister Steph. We had 3 big tubs full of Barbies and Barbie stuff. We'd play with them all afternoon. It's kind of crazy the things you remember about your childhood and growing up. Another thing that sticks out in my mind is spending time with my grandpa. He'd pick us up from school on Wednesdays and take us back to their house. I'd work on my homework as I watched Saved by the Bell. Probably more watching the TV show than doing the homework. We'd eat supper with my grandparents and then maybe play a game of Sorry. That was our favorite game. Then they'd take us down to church for what was called Life Club. I've always been really close to my grandpa and 2 grandmas, and I'm so glad that my kids will get to have that same experience. I mean, I was still in high school, and if I was sick, I would go over to spend time with my grandpa instead of staying home alone. Having a great childhood and the best parents I could ask for has taught me a lot about how I want to raise my own kids. I learned from them that when your kids grow up, they're not going to remember all the stuff you bought or didn't buy them. They're going to remember the experiences that they had. I remember the zoo, the circus, our family vacations, and just doing things as a family. And thanks to my mom and dad, that's what I want my kids to have. A lot of great experiences with our family. These past few years, though, have really stood out. When I first met Sean, who knew that he'd be the one? But after 6 long years, I guess we finally knew and got married. We were blessed with the greatest joy, our lovable little monster, Grant William. He is definitely all boy and so much fun. A crazy little animal, but he still stops what he's doing to give us his kisses. When I made the decision to go back to school for nursing, I knew it would be hard. Yep, I was right. It's a lot harder to study when you have kids running around. I not only have to do homework and study, but also have to be a mommy. Although school's been tough at times, I know it'll all be worth it in the end. I would like to thank my family and friends who have supported me and helped me out every step of the way. I hope for a very enjoyable next 30 years, and many more, with my wonderful husband Sean, Grant, a few more cute kids, and a job that I really enjoy. I hope to have some fun too, maybe a vacation here and there. Again, thank you all for taking time to come celebrate with me. Now let's have a great time.